Okay, I'm back to try to talk about something else because I just posted the video about the reducer thing for the coffee pot. First of all, let me say I drank, as you probably saw, Bustelo uh, espresso coffee. That stuff will put hair on your chest. That is some strong coffee there. And I used to drink a big mug of it every day when I was younger. I don't know if I can go back to it. My favorite is Dunkin' Donuts, just regular coffee. It's the best coffee in the world. Strong enough, you get your coffee kick, but mild enough to where it's not feeling like acid is eating the inside of your mouth out. But anyway, I came to a conclusion. I'm going to investigate it tomorrow, but I think the way I've been using the reducer is not completely wrong, meaning putting the coffee on the bottom. It's not wrong because it worked. I had coffee every day since I got the thing. But I'm going to try putting the coffee on top of the reducer tomorrow. And I think that might be the way it's supposed to go. Once I kind of thought about it and looked at how it was going, because when I tried it in there while I was talking to you earlier, I had never put it on there and looked at it. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I may be answering my own question. So I'm going to figure it out tomorrow when I make coffee. Okay, but now this video is about aging and getting older. It is really an interesting thing because I was looking at the video and I'm like, wow, I am really not young anymore. And it's crazy because I don't feel inside, I don't feel old. Now, every one of those aches and pains that hits me every morning and sometimes throughout the day, they are definitely there. And it is definitely a difference between almost night and day, 39 and 40, night and day. And then every year after 40, the pains are real. The aches are real. My sister and I were laughing because because my sister was my mother's main caregiver for years. And she used to complain because my mother would always complain about being in pain. And my sister was always like, how in the hell can you just be in pain all the time for no reason? But now that we are the age that we are, we were just talking, we were laughing. She was like, oh, I almost feel guilty because I really just thought Mama wanted to complain all day and everything actually does hurt. So, just be ready for it. You can still have a fun and wonderful, mature stage in life, but I think the aches and the pains are just part of the package of getting older. Even people who are in really great shape, I'm sure they have serious aches just like we do. So, yeah, that's that. It's odd because you see things differently, like when you were younger. Like I go through my house every now and then and I get very appreciative and grateful just for everything that's around. My house, although it's smaller than I always thought my house would be, it basically looks the way I always imagine my house needing to look. Like I have lots of art. Um, when I had my first apartments, I didn't have paintings, but I had pictures. What do you call them? Reproductions of art. Not a lot because I thought that was pretty cheesy, but I needed something to to say, okay, I want to have art. And then when I finally started acquiring art, it became what I needed my place to be. So now I have a decent little collection of art that I'm very happy with. Um, I I kind of feel like everything I buy is a piece of art. because I like interesting things. So when I leave this earth, I I buy things. Sounds weird. I guess it's not weird because if I had kids, I guess I would do the same thing. But I buy things and I think, oh, this niece will want this. I would want her to have this. Or this nephew, I would want to have this, or these, or that. I buy things with my nieces and nephews who I look at, think of, feel about like they're my children. Yes. So I'm always like, okay, this is going to go to her, this is going to go to him. And I think they'll be happy. I mean, I guess they don't have to take anything, but they would be crazy if they didn't take it because I have, like I said, I have some very nice things. But getting older is weird. I have been single like most of my life. And having been alone and single for so long, right? Like right now, it's going on like maybe 16 or 17 years that I've been single and have virtually not dated since. Uh, it's very odd because although I am very open to and very desirous of love and a relationship, I don't know how it's going to fit into my life because I quite enjoy my house by myself. I'm not interested in somebody living with me. I'm not really interested in living with anybody else. And I hope I never have to. I hope that will always be my choice. You know, sometimes stuff happens and you just got to find a way to make it work. But I hope to never have to do that because I really enjoy living alone. But I want love. So if I ever find the love, in my head, it makes perfect sense that I live here, the love lives there, and we just visit as much as we want. And that could be overnight for 6 months. But to always know that I have my home to go back to, and then they have their home to go back to, just makes life seem a lot more lovely. It gives you a chance to miss somebody. But people don't readily seem to relish alone time as much as I do. I'm a real Pisces for real. Yeah. Yeah. What do you all think? Do you, especially if you're older and single and trying to date, have you thought about somebody living in your space with you? If that's something that you like, tell me why you like it or why you think you should like it. And if you have been single and alone as long as I have, or longer, or just a long time period, do you want somebody to actually be in your space full time? I have closets full of my stuff. So even if somebody wanted to move in, they can't fit in for my stuff. So, yeah. How does dating as an older person, wow, that just feels weird saying older person, talking about myself. But anyway, how does it feel being a single for a long time person? How does it feel to want to date? How do you feel about the idea of somebody moving into your space or you having to make permanent consideration for somebody else? Because I think of myself as a considerate person for other people, but those are people when I'm outside of my house. If you come to visit, which won't be long, I can consider you because I want to be a gracious host. But somebody living with you, you really have to decide, okay, you get to kind of do what you want to do in these situations. And I got to be okay with it if I want you to be around. But right now, I like my solitude more than I like the idea of somebody being around permanently. I want somebody around, but I want them to be able to go home or I want to be able to come back to my home. I don't know. I don't know if this makes sense, but tell me what you think. Okay? And that's another one in the can. Let's see if I can keep this going. Coming up with things to opine about. Bye.